Okay, let's get about 10 minutes on 7.1, which is adding and subtracting polynomials. A lot of vocab in here. I got your page numbers listed out. Fill in a few blanks. These are key terms in there. Remember, write them out. The more you write, the more you tend to remember things. That's always a good habit to have in here. Monomial, degree of monomial. I'll talk about those later. In here, we got doing that. We got a few examples over here on finding the degree of a polynomial. 3 is the exponent on c, d is the exponent on 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. That means the degree is 5. 4 doesn't have a variable on it. That means its degree is 0. Standard form of a polynomial, these exponents have to go down. Notice the 2 is before the 3 here for the exponents. I'm going to flip those around, 3, 2, and we've got 1 for an exponent there. It's a shy number. It's not written down. They talk a little bit more about some of those terms in here. You can get those. That can help you fill out some of that stuff. I have some examples of adding and subtracting like terms right there. We'll talk more about those in a minute. You get to see some of those in the examples. Okay. I got to keep remembering here. I haven't been doing it enough lately. Read the directions. Learn those terms. The more you know those, the better you will understand questions. And the better your vocab is, you'll be able to search out questions on the internet better too. Find the degree of the monomial. Well, each of these is a monomial here. Numbers, variables, or the product of numbers and variables. And we have integer exponents. Degree, I'm just going to add up these. Well, on each one of these down here, I have an exponent of 1. A is a to the 1. B is b to the 1. C is c to the 1. I call those shy numbers. They're there. They don't like to be seen or heard. So my degree here is going to be 1 plus 1 plus 1. So the degree is 3 for this one. Let's see that. I got a couple of 3's up in the answer over there. Same thing on number 7 here. I just say the 10 doesn't have a degree. It's not a variable. So we would call that 0. Hint for number 8. For number 3. We've got that 1 on the m, so it's 1 plus 3. So we have 10, not 10, whoops. So for number 7, I have a degree of 4. I can see that answer over there. So that is where we're at for that one. For 9 to 12, I didn't write out the polynomial in standard form. That's too much of a giveaway. I did identify the degree and the leading coefficient of each polynomial. That's these. So 2 would be the degree, 3 is the leading coefficient. Degree, leading coefficient. Degree for 8, 6 is your leading coefficient. Same for the 1 and the root 5. So I'm going to identify the degree and the leading coefficient and classify the polynomial by the number of terms. That's a monomial, 1 term, binomial, 2 terms, trinomial, 3 terms. And I don't think we have any terms for ones bigger than that right now. We're going to do number 12 here. Well, those exponents, 4 is the biggest, so f to the 4th. 2 is the second biggest, so I have f squared minus 2f. Notice the minus stays with the 2f, the term immediately to the right of it. My leading coefficient, it's another one of those shy numbers. It's that number that's right in front of the f right there. That's the 1. So my degree here, I have 4 for the first one, 2 for the second one, for the third. So my degree is going to be 4. My leading coefficient, which I highlighted there, is 1. There's that answer there. 13 and 16, find the sum. Ooh, I forgot to mention this one is a, let's go back, trinomial. I forgot the last part of my directions there. So I've got the trinomial right there because I got 1, 2, 3 terms there. The terms are separated by the plus and the minus. The terms are separated by the plus and the minus. Just wanted to say that again, just so you can remember. The first step on this one I always do, underline the like terms. I don't have anything to distribute in here. I'm distributing a 1, so I don't have to worry about that like we did on some earlier problems in the MMP. These are like terms. Notice 1 goes with 1, 2 goes with 2. You don't have to write out this step, but it will help a lot of you to do it. 4x plus 6x, you've got to see it. Whether you write it or not, you've got to see it. I don't know where my plus went. And then I got 9 minus 14. Well, negative 4x plus 6x, you should have gotten 2x for that. 9 minus 14, I could either write this as plus a negative 5, or I could write it as 2x minus 5. I'll usually write the 2x minus 5. That's my sum. There's my answer over there. And we also have some subtraction to do here. So on subtraction, we do have to distribute. Any distribution you would do up here, it's just multiplying by 1. So, there's not a lot of point in that. 1 times 2t squared is 2t squared. You're multiplying by 1. Here we're multiplying by a negative 1 when we distribute a negative. So you're just changing the sign. So I'm going to have k squared plus 6k cubed minus 4, and then minus 5k cubed. I'm writing really poorly here, sorry. Opposite of a negative, that's minus 7k. Minus a negative, or minus a minus, is going to be plus 3k squared. So I got k squared with the k squared, k cubed with the k cubed, that's the 2 underlines. The 4 and the 7k, those don't go together because the 4 doesn't have a k. So I'm going to have 6k cubed minus 5k cubed. This is really bad writing, I'm sorry about that. And then I have that k squared plus 3k squared. And then I got the minus 7k, nothing goes with that. I got the minus 4, nothing goes with that. This is 1k cubed. So you could just have k cubed there. 1k squared, that's k squared. Plus 3k, that's going to be 4k squared. Sorry, my writing's just bad. Minus 7k minus 4. You can see they don't have the 1 there, but that's still the same thing. Whoops. Those match. We're looking good. Okay, that takes us to the end here. I forgot to check these when I marked that one right. Those all came out there. Those are my answers. Actually, this is an answer too. I just didn't write it down. And that's it. That's it for the week. You have a good day. We'll catch you all later.